Nation, Sanbonani Bafetu, and welcome back to Football Trends with me, Hugo. Now, on today's video, Bafetu, I have some good news and also some not so good news, especially when you look at the situation and everything that has been happening. So, Bafetu, starting with the good news, or should I start with the bad news? But actually, let me start with the good news. So, we do have, the players who have made it to Bafana call-up, but unfortunately, it's not the senior team, it's the under-23s. So, obviously, they're going to play I think in 19 is a match, if I'm not mistaken. So that's where we're going to see them play. So I'm happy we have consistency from the players like Mfundo Vilagazi, Unalidi Hlongwane, and also Utakalani Mazamba. Those three players has been important when it comes to the under 23 Bafana call-ups, and they've done it again. They've made sure they get another call-up. Now, getting to the bad news, to the final squad after the preliminary squad, Sakeo coach Hugo has come out, and there's something that he said which it made me sad, and at the same time I was like, yeah, but definitely he's not lying. He's being honest, and it's something that is currently happening. So, looking at what the coach had to say in terms of Kaizer Chiefs and the call-up, because if you look at the preliminary squad, we had Rashun Dotli, but unfortunately because of the injury, now we don't have any player selected from Kaizer Chiefs, to join up Bafana squad. Now, obviously, it was not going to change because definitely Bisega Kipili preliminary squad, but now, looking at what the coach had to say in terms of when he was asked about Uti, will he call up Tabocele in the future for, the national team call up? And this is what the coach had to say. He says, you can't tell already that Chiefs is back. I thought so maybe in the beginning of the season, but then I don't know what happened, and still they are struggling. When I see them play yesterday against Cape Town, you can't say that everything is alright in the team. When the team will be better, or when players will be better, surely I will call up the players from Chiefs, but for the moment I don't think I have to call them. They are really struggling again, and the league, and let's hope not only for Chiefs but for all South African football, that next season we have again that big team, that big club that struggles and fight for the championship. Now, coach Hugo Bruce, but this is really sad, to be honest, because what the coach is saying is true. If you look at the title race, first things first, I understand Orlando Pirates has some games in hand. If you look at the title race, Mamelodi Sundowns is there on top there, I think with about 12 points clear at the top, and then we have Orlando Pirates coming in at second, and Kaizer Chiefs currently, even though we played yesterday, we are still with number 8. We've been on number 8 for 3 games now, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely this shows you that competition is not as tight as we have hoped to. And for me, I have to be honest with you too, I'm not going to blame the coach, but whatever it is that it is being said, I mean Coach Nazarudin Nabi, I'm not going to blame Coach Nazarudin Nabi, because if you go back on yesterday's game, which we played against Cape Town City, we could have easily won that game, about 4 or 5 goals. Okay, even 3 goals, it's fine. We could have won that game, but we had so many chances as one makes dealer. And if you go back, you look at the introduction of Coach Nazarudin Nabi, we changed the style of play of it too. You can clearly see definitely Kaizer Chiefs is more attacking. If you look at how we played with the introduction of Coach Nazarudin Nabi, we've been making impact. Everything is there. The coach, the plan, the tactics, everything is 100%. It's there. But the players is our biggest downfall of it too. I don't know what is going on with Kaizer's players, because today they are performing very well, and then Xasa they're not performing very well. The only players I can say which so far have been consistent is since Utaboqele got in and then he got the minutes and then he started to gel with the team, I think he's been consistent from there. I'm happy about him. Ulilepo, there was only one game where he was off. It was the game against the Mamelodi Sundowns. I feel like it was the pressure and also maybe we got Twigiwe, so it's understandable. But if you look at him now, he's back in form, playing the way he used to play. And then you look at some of the players, Bafetu, that we currently have. I don't know what is going on now. We have players like Augustin Sereno, which for me, that guy is a world-class player. He needs to show up that he's a world-class player. He needs to do whatever it is. Sometimes he doesn't need to play for the team. There are moments where he needs to play for the team, but other moments he needs to make sure he shows us his individual brilliance. I understand maybe coach said no, we need for you to play with us, play with the team, but there are chances where he needs to take the responsibility. There were so many chances he did not use when we played against Cape Town. I was like, what is going on with those players? For me, I've said it, Bafetu Tumfana has been off form. I definitely do not want him to start my games, at least my years as a sub. So coach did change the lineup. It changed because he thought maybe those guys, they are going to give me something better. The coach is always trying to make sure that he comes up with better tactics, but the players in most cases, they always let him down. I'm not saying he's perfect. He's 100% solid with the coach. Yes, Yonkinta Yezayo is 100%, but the players, I thought with the introduction of Josh Matlo, things were going to change, but now he got in. He was nowhere to be found. But I don't even want to speak about Turanga Shivaviro. I know people are going to ask me, but what about Turanga Shivaviro? I don't want to speak about Turanga Shivaviro. Talangas Gezes and Lazami, I've talked about him. I'm just waiting to see with my Pelanje contract. Are they going to give him a renewal? What is going to happen? So far, we've given Ashley Dupreez a renewal. We've given Edson Castillo 1 year. And then Edmondson Dove, I'm not too sure what is going to happen, but definitely we might give him something. I think he's been consistent ever since he came back. He's been performing very well, even though he's a center back. He's been performing very well on that left back position. And then there's a lot, Buffett. So I don't blame Coach Hugo Bruce when he says we have problems, and definitely that is true. That is something that is happening. We cannot have the players play. I saw coach yesterday. He was so frustrated. You can't play for Kaizer Chiefs and not sacrifice yourself on the pitch. Definitely that is true. If you watch some of the other teams, you can see clearly the guys are fighting for the bench, the guys are fighting for the team, the guys are fighting for each and everyone. But if you look at our players today, we are on form, we are good. Even yesterday we played good football, but we lacked. I don't know what is going on. We've been speaking. We suggested that Dr. Komalo comes in, as a motivational coach or something just to help the boys, maybe. But if we're going to continue like this, Buffet, I don't see the building process that we are doing, because it's like most people say, we take one step forward and then 2 steps back. We fail to keep at least even three games in a row. We 1, 2, 3. We fail. We can't manage to do that. It's either we win, we lose. We win, we lose, we draw. So for me, I don't think there's any way that we're going to get. But so far, I'm happy with us trying to, not concede our goals. If ever we can keep that momentum, because that is another factor. That is something else is bulalayo when it comes to our performances. If ever our players can be able to make sure that each and every game we don't concede, but also we need to score, because not conceding and also not scoring in day one, you need to make sure that you don't concede and also score goals. But if that is not the case, then it's something else. So for me, Bafetu, yeah, I don't blame coach Hugo Bruce. If ever the things that we talk about they are not fixed, or we don't sign maybe some different players, even if coach can say mina ngifuna ukuqalela phansi and sign different players, destroy the whole squad, I wouldn't blame him. To be honest, I wouldn't blame him, because clearly the mindset of our players is definitely not on par to Kaizer Chiefs mindset. I'm happy to Tabucele Wafetu. I will give him credit. He's definitely Kaizer Chiefs material. I just hope each and every player who plays for Kaizer Chiefs would have, should be like that. But so far, if ever you think I'm criticizing the players, I'm honestly not. I'm trying to find, the best solution when it comes to our club, because I love it so much and I want to see it succeed. But at the pace that we are moving, it can even take about 20 years. I just hope the management, the coach, each and everyone, they sit down, they talk, and they do things according to the way that needs to be done. If that is not the case, but yeah, thank you so much for watching. I believe this is it. If now you have any comments, anything to say about what I've said, what we've talked about on today's video, please in the comment section. I know it takes me a bit while to check all of the comments, but I do. Please, and also another thing, please do make sure you like the video. I saw when we were live, you guys did your best in order to like the video, so I hope it goes with this one. Make sure that you guys like the video. Well, I believe this is it. Thank you so much for watching. I will try to see you with something new. Peace.